So good evening everyone and welcome to RLH's last preseason test in France. And we are here in Paul Ricard and waiting for the cars to go out on track. And I'm joined here by Matt Chip tonight, who will help me with commentary.
So, which are the new drivers in this league?
There's quite a few new drivers. Yet I have no sound in my. I don't know if on the stream they have sound, but I have no sound on my. It's really odd. Do you have the sound?
I'm just having a look now. I've got it loaded up. I can hear me and you, but I can't hear any sounds.
Yes, it's really weird. So I will try and see what's going on. See what's going on. Everything is okay, and now I have it.
Maybe if you got
Now
it.
Yeah? Okay, so let's resume, and we have most of the cars on track, so I'm guessing Prince Killer is going to be. No, he's on an outlap. Let's see who is going to be first to cross the line. We have Black Mamba with a purple sector 1, and we are going to stay with him for a while and see what he can do. Well, we have to say that Shabby is the winner of last season's Asia Cup, and he has been promoted to C1. Obviously, he's going to race today because he can in preseason too. We can race with other tiers. We are expecting a very good race tonight.
Do we know what the weather is for tonight?
Nah, it's all for preseason testing. Weather is set on clear to be able to assess new drivers and to be able to assess real pace for tier allocations. So we are sure that today we have clear weather. Starting in Austria next week, we will have the weather on dynamic, so we never know. And we have the first time. That's for Shabby with a 1:29.3, and surely times will improve.
That's on medium as well.
Yes, that's on mediums. As I think you've already noticed last night in your race, Paul Ricard is eating softs in like a matter of 3-4 laps maybe.
Yeah, because Shabby pitted on lap 5 last night.
We have Chemgozen, who is going to cross the line now and see what he can do. And he's not having a great time. Dogarb's crossing the line in P5. And we have Nika going to cross the line just now. with a 129.
P4.
Yes. Well, all these times I think they're basically warm-up laps for a tier so fast as, oh look, 10k just dropped massively in the 28, so a low 128.1, and this is a very good quality time. I'm actually expecting better, if I'm honest, especially from Prince Killer, who is a real one lap specialist, so might see a very good time from him. A lot of drivers in the pits showing that they're all waiting. It's a strategy game. Everyone is waiting to see how everyone else is qualifying and what tires and whatnot. So I think we're gonna see a crowded last couple of minutes on track.
Yeah. Purple in first sector.
Yes, for Jerome. Jerome was very anxious in the paddock earlier to start the race, so he was very anxious to go racing. So let's see if he can put that entire energy to good use.
A nice tough from his teammate here. Purple in middle sector as well.
Yeah, I think with the proper tow we're here in France with two massive straights, actually even three, we can say, you can benefit quite a lot.
Yeah.
And let's see what Jerome can actually do for time. And he does find P2. He does find P2 on those softs. His teammate is also on lap. He just started sector 1 right now. I think yes, unfortunately, I think Wolfstraber was P3 in the standings in Asia Cup for last season, so I'm not entirely sure, but I will check. I think every driver will try out different strategies. In C2, everyone knows their ability and how hard they can race. So basically, it's gonna be something like testing out strategies and seeing who's who for the season to come and who to watch out and who your immediate rival will be for the standings. So yeah, a lot of the drivers are choosing the soft tire. Also, although I'm looking at half the grid that hasn't set a time yet, so I'm really wondering what's the long game here.
Well, what I noticed from yesterday is you get 3 sets of soft and 1 set of medium, but you take that set in mediums into the race with you. So if you're going on soft, you only need to do 2 runs really.
Yeah, so basically your second set of mediums is going to be used already, right?
Yeah, because my second stop yesterday, I wanted to use scrub set of soft mediums. Sorry.
Yeah, so the racing point of Freddy comes in P6, and we have Dosh Josh with a P7 momentarily on mediums, and we have Prince Killer going for broke and going for P1 on the soft tire, and with a very good time. Told you he's very good on one lap.
Last times now. That's the first time we've seen the 127s, isn't it?
Yes, yes, he's the first one, but I'm guessing others will dip in. Mejia is asking who we got for pole. I'm already betting on Prince Killer because I know he's a very good on one lap. So I don't know if I'm gonna bet on him for the win, but I'm surely betting on him for the pole. He loves doing one lap, being very fast on one lap. So
It just depends where the medium runners can get to, how much pace they've got. Because
yes,
if he starts on softs, he's going to have to do 2 stops unless he goes to hards, which you can go soft to hard.
yeah, I saw that we saw last night. The hard is a good tire. You can get to the end with it. You can get to the
Well,
end
the
with it,
hard
but
tyre is only half a second slower than the medium.
the hard tire runners last night were struggling quite a bit at the end, and actually Andre Ivan, who was running fifth, who had the very good strategy and was running very good on the hard tire, actually had a puncture with 3 laps to go, something like that. So basically, it didn't really work out for him. My guess would be the 2-stopper would be the go-to strategy. It's surely going to be today because everyone is qualifying on the softs or the mediums. So unless you choose the hard tire, it's going to be a 2-stop for sure. But
I'd say the quickest way around here is the 2-stop.
I would bet on that myself, to be honest.
The game does actually say it's medium to hard, but the way we set the car up and the tyre degradation, a 2-stop's quickest.
Well, Prince Care is telling us that he thinks he's actually stopped in the garage and he's writing on YouTube and saying that he thinks 1-stop is faster. He's just gonna have to prove it, and likely from Paul if things don't change. So, but yeah, we have Black Mamba trying to go out. He does go out on the mediums and trying to do a good quality on them. Wait for the faster cars to pass him. Everyone is in the pits. Everyone is gonna go out for a low fuel run, right at the edge of the time. We are surely going to see an incredibly crowded track. But Black Mamba has started his sector 1. And he is now navigating it, looking fast in the racing point, and we're gonna stay with him for this lap and see what he can do. Just hope he doesn't invalidate, because that would really mean he doesn't get another run in. Oh, just a small tweak there, loses it for a bit. Every ounce of every centimeter. Oh, and he lost it. No, what a shame. I really don't think he can get another lap in. No, for sure. So bad for him. So bad for him. If Invisible gets his lap done, Black Mamba will start from the last spot on the grid. We have quite a few cars out on the medium tire with Fretty, Dogarbs, Chemgozen, and most likely Invisible, who is waiting for sure to be last one out, and he will be. So bad for Black Mamba. But meantime, Ahmed is on a fast lap in sector 1, and he is again attempting the soft tire. See what he can do. Who would you pick for the win, Magic?
Probably go with you, Prince.
I think, you know, Wolf Robert, and who actually retired from the session, and 10 Kate were also really good contenders last season. Shabby also, yes, Prince Killer. I think we have a lot of people in the mix. Ahmed has slowed down. I think he wants to get another lap in. Yes, for sure.
I'm just on board with Shabby. Just about to start a lap.
Let's see what the Racing Point of Freddy can do on the medium tire. I'm really curious, and we will have a medium runner in the top 10. If someone can get into the top 8, 7 on the mediums, that's going to be a massive help. It's going to be really good for their strategy.
Yeah, you want 7 or 8, or you want to finish in 11th so you can change for a fresh set.
No, Freddy goes in. The Garbs improves on his time. While Prince Killer improves again his pole time. We now have the benchmark set on 1.27.5.
Shabby just set purple section 2.
Let's go see Shabby if he can manage to overtake Prince for the pole. We have to let everyone know that this is a race where the drivers will not score points for the championship. It's only pre-season, but it's really important to find that morale and to find your pace for the season and to get into the season on a high if you can get a win. Oh, and Shabby loses out for 100th of a second. So close. So close.
Very close.
This was so close. We have Donkey Dan, who's about to cross the line now, and he's gonna have no. I think nope. He didn't improve. Jerome couldn't improve. I think this is it. Yep, this is it. We have qualifying over with Prince Killer on pole position. Shabby securing his front row. Donkey Dan, Dosh Josh on the second row. 10 Kates and Jerome on the third row of the grid. Worst Robert and Multirab on the fourth row of the grid. Then comes in ninth Ahmed, Invisible, Nika, Chemgozen, Fretty, Dogarbs, and Black Mamba, who didn't get to put a time down, unfortunately for him, invalidating his only lap. Let's see what happens. Hoping for a good start. No safety cars.
Close at the front.
I really thought that we're gonna see more times in the 27th.
Yeah, I thought at least 3 more.
Let's see what happens.
So you think from P10 they'll start on mediums?
My guess is yes. My guess is yes. With maybe some of the last, some from the back of the grid, maybe even try the hards. I wouldn't see this as an impossibility. Starting last, I definitely consider hards last or third to last, something like that. I definitely consider hards a possibility, and just hope for mayhem in front and hope for a couple of safety cars and maybe a late safety car that could really get you a lot of positions and just put you in contention for top 5 or something like that. If the race is crazy, you never know. But yes, we have the formation lap and we have the predicted pit stop strategy, as you can see, and it's a no-brainer that the 2-stop with soft medium is soft medium is the right choice for this track. Other than that, we finally have this so much asked black Mercedes. Everyone was waiting for, with the new update last night.
I believe that's why a couple got kicked last night, because that update came as we just started.
Including myself, actually, from the commentary box.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was only co-commentating with Bog, and I didn't affect the stream so much, and I managed to get in quite fast, get back. So not much harm done. But yeah, everyone is trying to warm up tires.
So the back 4 runners are starting on hard.
Yeah. Actually, we have Chemicals and Fretty, Dogarbs, and Black Mamba all on the hard tires. Only 2 drivers on the medium, Invisible and Nika. I'd say the right call for them. They're pretty close to the top 10 and could surely hop on for the better position if the start goes good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess everyone chose the strategy that was predictable, so to speak, so... And they are lined up for the start, ladies and gentlemen, and let's follow them while they take their seats and we wait for the lights. And we have lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and they're out, and they are going now, and it seems like a clean start so far. And first in T1 is Donkey Dan with Prince Killer. I don't know, oh my god, he's first, but he's shown in P6. the PSM, the Codemasters screwed up our graphics again, so don't mind the graphics. Prince Killer is first, actually, followed in second place by Shabby. Everyone is shown to having surpassed them. Oh, here we are. Everything is good. Everything is good, I think. I hope now. So we have a clean start so far, as we can tell. Yes, everyone has launched okay, but we have Josh with some problems.
Looks to have all his wing.
Josh spun, I think. I don't know if he has damage, but
his front wing looks fine.
So most likely just driver error and a small hiccup while Shabby already is attacking Prince Killer for the lead, and he's right in his gearbox. Doesn't have DRS yet, of course, in the first laps, but I don't know if he's gonna try and pass him with the help of grip, or just stay there and tucked in and just go for the undercut or wait for DRS.
Well, Shabby has the overtake, and he doesn't have none to defend. Oh no, he does now. It's showing he does.
Yeah, just using the overtake in this manner, I think it just uses it a lot, and at some point when you really need it, you might just find yourself empty. But Prince Killer is also forced to use it to just keep up and defend, so I'm guessing it's a fair fight between them. Meanwhile, Ahmed is trying to overtake 10K. Again, a very close battle, and we have a yellow flag. A yellow flag. I think it was Chemgozen. And Josh again. Shabby and Prince are still at it, and they are again a yellow flag. And we have Nika who also spun. He's okay. His car looks fine. So if these incidents, we have the first car going in the pits, and it's Jerome, who I think is gonna give up his soft and go for the medium. And the new wing, he must have done something there. The field is everyone is pretty stretched out, and I think everyone is just trying to find their race pace for the moment, except Shabby and Prince Killer, who are at it from lap 1, T1. Ahmed finally managed to, yeah. Ahmed tried to manage to pass 10K for P4, while Prince Killer and Shabby are at it again. This is going to be a battle that is going to last for a while. 10K is now on the hunt for Ahmed. While the Racing Bull of Wolfstrabert is trying to keep up with Freddy. K gets a penalty for multiple warnings, and we have to say that France and Paul Ricard seem to be a penalty fest every time we see it, because I think we had massive penalties last night also. It's massive. Everyone had penalties.
On this one, they're really strict. I think it's going to play into next week's race as well. The corner cutting.
Yes, in Austria. Austria was already extremely harsh on penalties on track limits in 2019, and with the strictness upped for 2020, we can only expect that basically whoever keeps it on the black and between the lines is gonna have a massive chance of improvement.
Shaba's coming in.
Yes, we are with him, and he's speeding in the pit lane. This is not something he has wanted. The entry to the pit lane is extremely close to the track, so you can actually go in too fast on a moment's notice without even realizing. There were multiple
Mediums.
yeah a lot of
comes out in P11.
a lot of people have decided to stay a bit out. Like the first four are still at the soft tire, with Ahmed shown having a new fresh of softs. I don't think that's accurate. Actually,
No, that's not right.
no, because he didn't stop, so it couldn't be. Last night we had a driver who was on. I think we were on lap 18 and he was on 24 lap old mediums, something like that. So I'm guessing quite a lot of things to be solved by Codemasters in future patches, unfortunately. Shabby's already on the hunt for Chemgozen on his newer tires. No, that's a bit of a wheel banging there.
Oh, they're all on pits now.
Ahmed's staying out. I think he's trying to force another lap, while Shabby gets past Chemgozen, and he's gonna win quite a few positions, and he is behind Prinsker again, and their battle is going to be resumed. The Alfa Romeo of Nika went a bit wide there. Ahmed is going to try to stay out longer, but I'm sure his tires are basically dead right now.
He might be able to stay out for one more. I think I pitted on lap 7 yesterday.
Yeah, he stayed out quite a long time, actually, if I remember correctly. I think Shabby was in by lap 4 or something like that.
Shabby pitted on lap 5, I stayed out for 2 laps after.
But looking at their fight, I think, provided no mistakes happen, this can be a fight for the win. For instance, Shabby.
Yeah, they keep it close.
But look at Freddy. Look at what the hard tire could do. He is in P5 and only has to stop once. So basically, Freddy has won 8 positions. Well,
oh, is that?
That was not good racing, and he just re-entered the track a bit dangerously, to be honest. But well, he doesn't have any damage, so he's in P10 right now, and well, with the driver attacking him from behind on the mediums. So, but he's still in a good position. But he was in an awesome position, to be honest. But
Shabby's made the move. He's made it stick. Should be up into P5.
Which is basically P1 if we're to be honest. The thing is, I don't even know what to say about tires because it tells me that Ahmed is on fresh soft, so, and Dogarbs it shows him on fresh hards. I have no clue what to believe.
He's in the pit now. He's just pitted.
Oh, yes,
He's on
six lap old mediums. That can be true. They're new. So basically the tire choices. Yeah, it's surreal, unfortunately. These problems are going to be with us for a while. But yeah, we have in the lead we have Invisible, who is running a medium tire, I think.
So he's gonna have to stop again.
Well, yes, most likely once or twice. We have Dogarbs on the hard tire, and we have Black Mamba. Black Mamba, who actually started this race last, and now he's in for a good chance, for good points. So the hard tire from the back actually works if you make it work and if you have good pace on it.
Did he start on the softs?
Who? Black Mamba? No, he started on the hard tires because he started last. He couldn't put a lap in. He had the invalidated lap, the only lap he had. So basically, he didn't box yet, and he's gonna box for either softs or mediums. It depends on how he can make his tires work, I guess.
The quickest way in that strategy is medium after this tire.
I'd say so. I think it's a big risk to wait to get in the window for the softs.
Yeah, because the softs don't last that long, so he's gonna have to do extra long on these, and it's just not worth it. So that's why medium's quicker option.
I'd bet the same, to be honest.
Shabby just taken
yep. He is gonna go. He's done the same thing last night. He just stormed the field after he boxed. He just stormed the field and took out car by car to get back in the lead.
It
so
was very quick through traffic.
Yep. Prince is trying to overtake Black Mama, and he does. So, yep. We have a few solitary drivers behind. And we have Ahmed and Chemgozen just switching positions just now. Chemgozen on the harder compound and Ahmed on the mediums. Xavi has managed to actually put a gap between him and Prince and get him out of his DRS zone. This could really mean he could maybe build a gap for himself.
Donkey Dan looks to be getting closer to him as well.
And yes, Prince does not have DRS, while Donkey Dan has DRS for Prince. So he's going to be able to catch up. We have a yellow flag. I don't know who that was, but it must have been just a small error. And Donkey Dan, look, he's just caught up with Prince. Freddy retired. Freddy retires. I don't know where or how, in the pit lane. Freddy,
Yeah, in the pit lane.
So maybe a problem with his equipment at home, or whatever might have happened.
Unless that yellow flag were for him.
Yes, I saw him. He's in the pit lane, so
Shabby's just moved up to second.
no troubles for anyone, but still.
Oh, in the meantime, Donkey Dan's into P4.
And our leader is pitting now, invisible. He did have a good margin. Let's see where he comes out.
He's on the yards. P10.
Well, that's a good exchange if he gets in the end.
So there's a fight for second and third place.
Is Prince and Donkey Dan. Donkey Dan has pitted, right? So no, he's on the hard tire maybe. I remember not. No, Donkey Dan has pitted.
So yeah.
Actually, we have.
He's on the same strategy.
Well, yeah. Actually, we only have 3 drivers have not pitted. So it's Dog Arbs, Black Mamba, and Chem Gozen. And it will be interesting how the alternate strategy pans out. But while the McLaren and the AlphaTauri are battling, Shabby's Williams is building us a gap just 10th after 10th. He's now having 1.5 seconds, but this is huge, thinking that we are talking about C2 and the pace these guys have. I think there was a bit of a wheel banging there between Prince and Donkey Dan, which allowed Dog Arbs to catch up for a bit.
I think Phil's under pressure. Donkey Dong's created a gap now.
We're looking now at Jerome trying to close the gap to check with him and see if he can take a look, trying to overtake, and well, he just gets the penalty again. So harsh, the track limits.
It's so hard on a lot of tracks this year.
Sorry?
On this game, all the other tracks, it's really strict this year on this game.
Well, yeah. So Jerome is in the pits. I think not much time will pass and we will see the leaders go in the pits again. So we have the same problem from last night. We have Ahmed now on 21 lap old mediums, while we are on lap 15 and others. And Dogarbs, who hasn't pitted from the start of the race, is on fresh hards. He's not, so he's on 15 lap old hards. So unfortunate that Codemasters couldn't get the graphics right. And we have Prinsker in the pits. And let's see if he can make it work, as Shabby is staying out for at least another lap, and let's see where Prince is gonna come out. So we have Prince in 8th, and we have Shabby leading the race now. Obviously, he does have to go in the pits for a fresh set of mediums. I'm sorry. We have Donkey Dan still in 2nd place with Dogarbs following him. Black Mamba still to pit in 4th place and trying to make the alternate strategy work. And he does pit, and he will surely go for the mediums at this point, while we have the first 4 runners in the pits with Ahmed ready to take the lead. On God knows how much older tires. So we now have the first three in order. We have them: Sprint Skitter, Donkey Dan, and Shabby. And Dog Arbs are the first four runners of our race, with Donkey Dan chasing Prince for the potential lead. We still have Invisible and Ahmed, who have not pitted. Ahmed will have to pit, while Invisible doesn't have to if nothing extraordinary changes. Kate trying to look down on Dog Arbs for P6. While Prinsker managed to set the fastest lap of the race with a 1:32.1. He does seem to be on fire today, Prince. While 10K does have DRS and overtake on Dog Arbs, but just can't manage it, and also gets a 3-second penalty for his efforts. Fastest lap of the race is Warstrubber, who actually improves quite a lot. The Red Bull in P12, who is usually a front contender, has managed to get in a very good lap. Prinsker, meanwhile, passed Donkey Dan again, I guess, because we didn't see Donkey Dan actually passing Prinsker while we were watching the back fights of 10K and Dog Arbs. We will stay with them for a bit, see what goes on. Prince is almost out of ERS, and he is going to have a bit of a problem on this DRS zone. He just about manages to stay in front, while Shabby improves the fastest lap of the race. Donkey Dan goes a bit wide there. We have to say this is just a test race. It's a preseason race. Drivers will look to alternate strategies. Will look to see their actual pace in the race. Will maybe try different alternate setups in their cars. It's come first race in Austria. Everything will change. Everything will be for points. And they are wheel to wheel. And who breaks early? Who is going to break late? Oh, Donkey Dan just passes Prinsker, but he does go wide for this, and he does get a penalty for his efforts. Prince with DRS tries to outbrake him, and they touch. Oh, bit of a wheel banking there. Nothing major, and the cars stay on track, with Prince being the one losing out on this fight. Dog Arbs still in the back of 10K and trying to catch him. So we have a P1, P3 for McLaren at this point, but we will have to see how this pans out. I doubt team tactics will come into play in a preseason race, but you never know if Donkey Dan gets a penalty, and when we will see the checkered flag, what happens on track is very, very possible to not be the actual result in the standings. We have here the Red Bull of Jerome trying to get closer, just a bit closer to the Black Arrow of Ahmed and get in the fight for P8. Dogarbs, meanwhile, just the Renault was just so close at some point, just couldn't get the move done, while Donkey Dan is right in the back of Invisible and trying to overtake him through this DRS zone. He does have DRS open, and with the help of DRS he makes the pass cleanly and before the breaking point, and he does take the lead from the McLaren driver. And victory is just in his hands right now. While we have a yellow flag for Josh, who might have had some troubles there in that chicane. And he is in the pits. Retiring, actually, whatever may have happened. He was actually alone on track, so we have a leading trio formed of the Alpha Tauri and two McLarens so far, with Shabby at least until now losing out and being stuck in fourth. Not that far, but not close enough just yet for a podium today. And we have another Mercedes. I don't know who that is, to be honest. The two McLarens are stuck together like glue, and it's pretty obvious they are racing. Look at them. Look at Prince. He's just stormed by his teammate, who is obviously on the very old tires and on a harder compound. And it's getting passed by Shabby also. Shabby does not want to lose out on the leaders, and he's passing Invisible. He's dispatched the McLaren swiftly when he saw the chance. Trying to get into the DRS zone. and stay together with the McLaren. Meanwhile, the Renault AlphaTauri fight for P5 is still going on. So, with 3 laps to go, Pritzker is fighting Donkey Dan for the lead. And with both of them on the same compound and same ERS, this is going to be very interesting indeed. It is Rene, it is, we have someone on YouTube saying it is all about tire management, and it indeed is in the last laps, especially on a track so harsh on tires like France. It always is about tire management, even from the first laps, but especially in the last ones. So we will now see who can manage them better, who can find that last ounce of grip in the last couple of laps, without actually knowing who will win the race, because penalties, with such small margins, penalties will play a big role. I think that the AlphaTauri Renault fight has been going on for half the race now, so I'm sure these guys have learned every inch of the car in front of them, so while the first 3 drivers are really close one to each other, I'm tempted to check the race director for penalties, but as we never know what was served in the pits and what not, it really won't matter that much, so we will have to wait for the finish line in order to see who has won this race. But on track for now, it's Donkey Dan, Prince Killer and Shabby who are set for podium, and they are 2.5 seconds ahead of Invisible, who might just get in the mix provided penalties play a bigger role than expected. The fight for P5 is obviously between the Renault of Dogarbs and the AlphaTauri of 10K, while Black Mamba, starting from the last place on the grid, manages to bring the car home at least in P7, while we have a car. It's Shabby who retires. Whatever may have happened. Shabby has retired from the race, unfortunately, and we have lost out on that incident, while Donkey Dan is preparing to start his last lap of this race, with Pritzker hot on his heels, with DRS wide open. Very little ERS at his disposal for the last lap, and we will stay with them and try to follow this battle and see how it concludes. So unfortunate for Shabby, so unfortunate for him. I have no idea what happened, but whenever this happens with 1-2 laps to go, it's always extremely bad. So 2 drivers fighting for the lead, none of them has ERS at his disposal. So it's all about grip at this point, and it's all about tire management. While we prepare to attack the last chicane of the race, with Donkey Dad short to go past the line first in front of Prince Killer. And let's see if he keeps that lead. No, he doesn't. Prince Killer actually wins the race, at least so far. Invisible takes P2 ahead of Donkey Dan on penalties. Let's see what 10K can do. No, he actually 10K loses loses 2 places. So Dog Arms is gonna come home in P4 with Black Mamba starting from the back of the grid, coming home in P5 due to a clean race and a very good strategy for himself. We then have Jerome, Walsh Schubert, both Red Bulls. We have the Williams of Multirab, Ferrari of Chemgazan, Ahmed, and the Alfa Romeo of Nika, who is going to come home in P12 on the softer compound, actually, so he must have pitted in the last part of the race. And this race is concluded with Nika trying to do some donuts, but the star line is not helping him, that's for sure. Yes. This was today's race and the last preseason race of C2. Black Mamba surely gets driver of the day, in our opinion, also for catching up a lot of the field and on a very good alternate strategy today. Both McLarens on the podium. I'm sure they're gonna look for this in the regular season in Austria next week also. So stay with us. We have another race tomorrow. We have 2 more races for C5 and C6 in RLH at 1900 UK, and well, tune in starting next week when we start our season with all 6 of our tiers in Austria, as the real F1 actually started. And well, of course, we will first of all have Formula 1 weekend ahead of us at Silverstone, and we are excited to see what happens there. Until then, congratulations to the McLaren drivers, to Prince Killer and Invisible. Everyone betted on him. And to Donkey Dan in the AlphaTauri. Good podium today. And we will catch you tomorrow for our last 2 preseason races. Thank you for watching RLH races, and join us if you're a passionate racer. See you tomorrow for another race. Goodbye, everyone.